the hobby mod that actually brings hobbies into your Sims 4 game. When the Business and Hobbies expansion pack first came out, a lot of Simmers were expecting more hobbies in The Sims within the names. Well, it turns out mainly what the Sims were trying to do is take the hobbies and make it to where we could run a small business and not really add that many hobbies into the game unless you have the cross-pack compatibility features with the Business and Hobbies expansion pack. Then it didn't really add too much into the game. But this mod by Missy Hissy, honestly, it kind of reworks the hobby system into The Sims, and this is inspired by The Sims 2 Freetime. So it is 14 reward traits that will be in your game, and there's different ways that you can go about getting them. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Without further ado, let's get into today's mod review. There's a few things that I want to touch on with this mod. So the first thing is, you're probably wondering, well, what's included with the hobbies mod? Why should I get it? As Yvette is eating whatever she is eating, we are going to go to the reward store. Now, I do want to note that if you do buy a hobby through this reward store, you won't be able to necessarily get a hobby via gameplay, because once you buy a hobby, the game won't assign you like a hobby if you're doing that said hobby. So if Yvette's cooking because there is a cuisine hobby, but she has, let's say, the film and literature hobby already, if she keeps on doing like cooking or mixology or juice fizzing, she won't get that hobby because there's been already one assigned to her. So if you want to have your Sims work towards a hobby, then I would not buy it from the reward store and rather just wait until they get the pop-up that says, hey, this is their hobby. But if you don't want to wait for that and just want to assign them a hobby, you can do it through the reward store and it will pop up in their, Simology panel. So the hobbies include arts and crafts hobby, cuisine hobby, fashion and beauty hobby, film and literature hobby, fitness hobby, games hobby, learning and discovery hobby, music and dance hobby, nature hobby, paranormal hobby, science hobby, sports hobby, tinkering hobby, and lastly, your travel and culture hobby. If you don't want to buy it through the reward store, these are all the ones that come with it. So they do have, again, 14. It is a lot, and this way you can actually have a hobby-based system within your game. If you don't want to get assigned a hobby or even go through the reward store and buy it, I mean, that is 5 points, but if you don't want to waste the 5 points, if you have testing cheats on, you can simply shift click on your sim, go to this hobby mod, and add a hobby or randomize a hobby. I'm not going to do either of those because I want to see if we can get Yvette to have the cuisine hobby from just doing mixology in The Sims, okay? So there's a 5% chance in the game that if she does what's in the hobbies, so this is like cooking, juice fizzing, mixology was the cuisine hobby, that she will get the pop-up saying your hobby is cuisine, okay? So each time your Sims perform the hobby-related interaction, there's like a 5% chance. So if I go back to the reward store with cuisine, Sims who enjoy creating and savoring food as well as creating and savoring drinks, being good at cooking, mixology, and juice fizzing will help keep their cuisine enthusiasm high. I just want to see how long it will take in The Sims to get the pop-up window from her not having a hobby. And then once we get the hobby, there's a few other features that I will show you. But it is Friday of 12:40, so I don't expect you guys to sit here and watch the screen like I will be doing. But I'm just curious of how long it will take Yvette if she's doing mixology straight to get this hobby. Oh, okay. I had her cook, but the thing came up, hobby development, Yvette has been indulging in culinary pursuits. So that honestly didn't take that long. I said it was like Friday at 3, it's 10 p.m., but she was doing mixology for quite a minute there, and then she got a little bored. But I don't feel like it's a true hobby because like Yvette wasn't doing mixology, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and hit yes. So as she's cooking, it didn't take long. That 5% chance was not that bad. I thought it was going to take a few days, to be honest. But now that she has the hobby, in her traits it will show up of cuisine hobby. So in order to keep this up and not have a low hobby need, she will have to, do this every day. Well, this would be pretty easy hobby to keep in The Sims because your Sims will always be cooking so that they can get fed. I hope you're feeding your Sims, guys. Anyways, but going back to what I was saying, once you get one hobby, then you will have to buy the other hobbies, which I wish that there were more hobby developments. You can have more than one through gameplay, but it's okay. At least we have a mod that is hobby related. So the next one I'm going to do is like arts and crafts, because I think Yvette is definitely an arts and crafts person as well. She likes her art. She was okay at pottery. I mean, she was good at pottery. But this will also be in her traits as well. So the other thing that you can do while she's finishing up her grand meal is if we have like a club, if you make a club, depending on whatever club it is on the requirements, you can also there's an optional file with this mod, and it goes into having the requirements for clubs for traits. You can see you have the arts and craft hobby, you have the cuisine hobby, the fashion and beauty hobby, film and literature hobby, and then the fitness hobby, games hobby, learning and discovery hobby, music and dance hobby, paranormal hobby, and then I think there's like 2 more with the science hobby, and then sports hobby, and then the tinkering hobby and travel and culture hobby. There's so many. There's 14 of them. So you can choose your clubs based on hobbies that your Sims are in. I think that's really cool. So because Yvette is in, the cuisine hobby, I'm going to go ahead and do this for her. She gets a little check mark because she is in this hobby. And then, you can make whatever club you want. But I just thought that was really cool because you can really customize your clubs now based on what your hobby is. So you can have like a hobby club. The other thing that you can do within this mod that I thought was so cool is with the computer, another part of your hobbies is, you might want to share your hobbies. So on the computer, you have the Hobby Hub, and you can go on here and you can make a blog. Now, when testing this mod out, I did already join the hobby blog, but there will be a pop-up saying to join a blog, and then from here you can blog about arts and crafts, blog about cuisine, and then if we go back to the Hobby Hub within these little panels right here, you can browse web about arts and crafts, you can write arts and crafts articles, so this does help keep your hobby level up, and then your cuisine hobbies you can do the same. So it gives another level of gameplay because with your hobbies, you might not want to do it as a full-time career, but you're able to still share your hobby and be able to also get like fame points off of it as well. And write articles too, so maybe if your Sim's really into writing as well, they can share their hobbies online. There is also a hobby skill as well. Not hobby, a blogging skill as well. So by starting a blog, you can get better at it, make better posts, and eventually get level 10 to where your blogs are really good because she likes writing. She probably does like the blogging. But once they make the post, on their first one, they'll get this poorly written blog post, and she also got some followers too. But because she's not as great at that blogging skill yet, she won't be, perfection. It's okay to not be perfect, Yvette. I'm talking to a perfectionist. So she's like, yeah, sure, buddy. I don't even know if she actually finished this blogging thing before she went back down to her mixology thing. Oh, and then you can submit your cuisine article. So after you finish it, you will have to submit it. I was trying to get Yvette to stay. She just wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. And once they submit that, Yvette has submitted a well-received article to the publisher. This content has been excellently researched and the writing style is perfect. So that's great, Yvette. I'm really proud of you. She also got this inspired buff too, which is the one true hobby discovered. There is some more as well within this mod that we're going to get into right now, which is with wants. There is a mod that you need for this mod. It is the custom wants mod. It is by Missy Hissy, I believe, but essentially let's just re-roll this, and there are different wants that you will get depending on the hobby that you have. This one is not, I need you to give me a hobby based on, I need you to give me a want based on your hobbies. Here we go. No, not the cooking skill. Oh, here we go. So one of these things, Yvette, where are you going? The travel to arts center because of her arts and crafts hobby. You get what I'm saying now? Like your different hobbies will also roll into your wants. So it makes gameplay a little bit more realistic because obviously if your Sims have a certain hobby, they're going to want to do things in that hobby. So it's like when I need them to pop up, they don't. But getting back to what I was saying is like, obviously it's going to, I don't even know what I was saying before I went off on the fact that the wants aren't popping up like I need them to. We're in the right pack for this just the wrong video for you to be wanting to start another home business, Yvette. You know what I'm going to do to kind of make this a little bit easier? We're just going to buy all the traits. This is going to be so easy to probably get a want, so I could show you guys a little bit more. Well, here's one, but this is not from the hobby. It's just attend a hobby class. I thought that was pretty funny because I'm trying to get the hobby wants to pull up. So for a music and dance hobby, do a dance workout. That's one of them. You get the point that I'm trying to go is like travel to the library from your film and literature hobby. You get what I'm trying to get. Please tell me that you guys are getting what I'm getting at. And then in your Simology panel, if you do decide to buy all of them, this is what it will look like. So, you know what? I think it is a perfect mod to add into your gameplay because it is a little mod, but it adds so much because with your gameplay, you will have different things to direct your Sims into doing those hobbies. Okay. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. We did obviously the gameplay interactions of getting to your first hobby. Again, after you get to your first hobby, the Sims, the mod will basically make you buy the other ones, or you can even add them or remove them from that little cheat panel that we saw if you shift click on your Sim. I will say I wish that we had more of the gameplay hobbies to where they did more of them. They could grow into other hobbies. We looked over the clubs, the hobby blogs, the wants. There is one thing that I do want to show you guys though. So in The Sims, if you are here for about 3 days and you, let's say, one of these hobbies, you are not hobbying in that hobby, okay? It will pop up with a low hobby pop-up. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to let Yvette do her thing for 3 days, and then I'll show you guys. It'll be a quick second for you, a little bit longer for me, but I'll show you guys what that window looks like so that you can decide what you do with your Sims, if they lose that hobby or if you want to do something to keep it. Oh, okay, we finally got the pop-up window. I was wondering what her first skill would be to lose, and it's actually the science hobby, because she has done nothing with this hobby related recently, and all work and no play makes Yvette a dull Sim for this hobby. So, the science hobby involves working on a rocket, using the microscope, and using the observatory. So, because she hasn't done any of this, it has been lost. Well, I want to preface, not completely lost, it's just very low. So it's just kind of like a warning to say, hey, if you want to keep it, you need to, use it. Oh, there's another one, music and dance hobby. She's just going to have a boatload of them because we have all the hobbies. But now she's tense because she's blinded by science. She's got about, I think, 7 hours until the hobby goes. And she's also unemployed. And then the laminate for music. Oh, and then the games hobby. You see, all of them are coming up now. This is why you can't have all of them. It's going to be way too much to, be able to handle all of them. She dislikes handiness. Yeah, I can get behind that. I don't like it either. Now she's got a fear of death. This is just amazing. And now the travel and culture hobby's done. Again, it's not entirely done. You have these. The cooking one's never gonna go. You have these buffs that let you know that, listen, guys, get it together. Get your Sims together if they want to keep it. I'm trying to see with this rocket one, because it says 3 hours. I'm wondering if we don't do anything, what it will do. Yeah, they're all coming in now. She's so bored. I feel so bad for her. I love how the 2 tense ones are the lack of hobby from travel and culture. And then the rocket science, and the other ones are just all boredom. All right, so the rocket one has buffed out. I'm saying buffed out as in the sense of it's no longer a buff. So I'm gonna look and see if it's on here. We still have the science hobby reward trait. So I don't know exactly how that works because it's out of the thing. Maybe it takes a little bit longer to update. I'm not exactly sure. And bills are here too. So this is a good way of ending the video. We did good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this makes up for the Sims not really adding that many hobbies into the game. I know this doesn't really add any new hobbies, but it does give you at least a foundation of a mod to make hobbies a little bit more active. Not that they weren't, but just have a little bit more gameplay with them. It adds personality to your Sims to have these hobbies because it has within the wants and different ways of keeping it up with the blog and also your clubs as well. You could have a club for your hobbies. I think it's a perfect mod to add into your game. And maybe in the future, you know, with different updates, we'll see different things within this mod, but definitely a must-have in my game. I will say I do wish, again, going back to the gameplay, I wish through gameplay you could find more hobbies to get instead of just the one time of getting it with the cuisine hobby that we got, because she was cooking and doing mixology so much. But anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments, whether you like this mod or you don't like this mod. I am curious to see what you guys think. So yes, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Also, turn on your push notifications so you never miss another YouTube video, or most importantly, our live streams on this channel, because there's a lot of content within those live streams. And with that, I'll see you all tomorrow for our live stream and on Wednesday for another YouTube video. And with that, happy simming.